Alright, since we're moving to Rosarito, we're exploring Rosarito now. And today's a great day, as you can see here, but not just on the outside. Today is a bittersweet day. You know, a year ago, I got deported. So today, May the 12th, we are making our first year here in Mexico. You know, I've learned so much this year. And to share what I've learned, this is a video about that. This is 7 things I've learned my first year here in Mexico. There are gonna be 7 things to help you transition into Mexico or help you save time more than anything. These things take time and you're in shock, and by the time you realize what you're doing, it's too late. Number 1, this is like 2 in 1, I guess. Stop thinking in dollars. You know, you're not making dollars. Unless you're making dollars, that's great. But if you're not making dollars anymore, stop thinking in dollars, transition into making pesos. Also, don't compare yourself to what you used to make in the States compared to now, because it'll destroy your soul and crush your ego. Stop thinking in dollars. And then that just means stop spending in dollars, because now you make pesos and that shit's gonna like be noticeable very quickly. Avoid tourist places because they charge you in tourist prices. So try going, you know, even if you come here to like Rosarito, just try not buying here, you know, buying from the restaurants and stuff, because the tip and everything, the beer will be hella expensive. It'll be cheap in dollar, but expensive in pesos. Avoid tourist places and stop thinking in dollars is my first advice to save you some time. All right, so number 2 is gonna be prepare yourself to be alone a lot of the time. Your friends can't stop their life over there. You know, they already have a life, they have a job, they have a family over there. They're not gonna stop what they're doing to come and see you, and that's just the sad truth. They're still your friends, they still love you, but you're just here in Mexico now, and they're over there. Learn how to be alone, because if you're always used to being with people around, it's gonna be hard the first year, unless you have family here. Things like letting people borrow money and stuff like that, it's not recommended, because if you have money, people will come to you just for the money. And I mean, I have family members that still haven't paid me money in like a year ago. They expect you to have the money. Just say no. Easiest thing to say, no. No reason why, just no. You're an adult, make your own money. Especially if you're a man, don't be asking people for money borrowed. If you're a man, be a man, have your own money. So, number 2 is to prepare yourself to be alone for a long period of time, or at least for a long time. And number 3 is gonna be get out of TJ as soon as you can. Unless you work in TJ, unless you have a house in TJ or family in TJ, that's great. But if you work online remotely like I do, if you just do something else, you can get a job here in Rosarito, Ensenada. There's more peaceful places. You know, there's nothing wrong with TJ. I love TJ now. Like, TJ is very fun. But TJ is, if you're a single person, if you're a professional, if you're there for business, TJ is great. But TJ is full of traffic, full of problems, full of people, full of just traffic. Traffic kills me. I want to walk to the store. You know, I want to walk and take my son to school. I just don't want a car. I don't want to be in traffic all the time. That shit kills my soul. So I'm used to it, because San Diego, we have traffic in San Diego, but not as bad, I can tell you that. So get out of TJ as soon as you can and save on money. Get a house for rent or a little apartment for like 3,000 pesos, 4,000 pesos. They're out there, I assure you. You just have to find them. It's gonna be hard, it's gonna take some time, but they're out there. If you get something for 7, for 9, that all your check is gonna go there, and it's gonna be like the States. You're just gonna be working to pay rent and not own anything. And that's sad. Like, I'm 34 and I don't own anything, and it's super sad. Like, I have that anxiety that I don't have a house, you know, I don't have a house for me or for my kids. Like, it's sad. Find a good job. That's number 4. Find a good job and keep it, because there's no point of just jumping from call center to call center if they're gonna be firing you every month, every other month, every other third month, and you're just like, you're just running through all these call centers. Eventually you're gonna run out. You're just burning all your bridges. Have integrity. have a little honor, and have word. You don't find that much here. You know, if you say you're gonna be there at 7, be there at 7. That's just like, a great chef once told me, if you're on time, you're late. So be early, always be early, because shit happens. You know, there's traffic, something can happen, something always happens. Be early, just be early. That's just like, as a personal, be a man of your word. I'm gonna make a year where I'm at, and this is the only experience I have in Mexico. My other life doesn't count. My whole, you know, 17, 19 years experience in the kitchen is out the window, because I'm not gonna work in the kitchen here in Mexico. Bust my ass off, 2,500 pesos a week. Ouch. You know, where I'm at, I got my dental, you know, I got my vision, like I got medical expenses, like I got insurance for my kid. So find a good job. They're out there, especially if you speak English, you speak Spanish, they are out there. And if you know how to move in the States, if you know how to make money, you know how to make money anywhere. You can buy stuff, sell them, you can buy cars, fix them and sell them. You know, the world is your oyster. With that same thing, keeping a job, getting in Infonavit, buying a house. Getting that credit so you can buy a house, so you stop paying rent. So you can just start making payments on your house every month. And you're not paying somebody's mortgage, you're paying your own mortgage, you know? It's deducted from your check, you're not gonna be making shit, but you're paying for a house for later. You can rent it, you can sell it. That mentality, that hustle mentality, they don't really have that here. Some people do, and those people are thriving, but the majority of people lack that. And I really appreciate that from the States. You know, right now that I'm looking at the waves, it reminds me, when I first got here to TJ, to Mexico, I sold a surfboard on OfferUp, and the person who bought it for me, I was selling it like I was in San Diego, and they're like, they seemed like they were in San Diego too, but they're like, oh, I'm in Rosarito. I just happened to be Deported. That was before we rented the hotel here in Rosarito, and that's how we met. We met up for the board, and I sold him the board. We became friends. We went surfing like 3 times, because then he moved. So his story, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a cool dude. He got deported for whatever reason, and he met his girl. He met her in Oaxaca. They fell in love. They had a baby. She got pregnant. So they had their kid in the States. And this is when, like, for the right man, a woman will drop everything. A woman will break all the rules for that man that she wants, right? If it's not worth it, she's not gonna make changes. So, yeah, they had the baby over there. They changed their car. They got a better car. And they left. They left more south. She left her job in the States. She came here just for him. Just because he can't cross over there. That's love. That's at least a demonstration of commitment, you know? That is being committed to someone without being married. That speaks a lot, because they need to raise the baby and whatnot. So they went more south, Mexico. But then they went to the Philippines. They're at the Philippines right now, and she, like, brought him in the family, and her family treats him like a family member. And that's just funny. That's just what we need sometimes. We grow up in the States with nothing, with no one, you know, and then sometimes you just need someone to welcome you into their family. Sometimes you just need a hug. Sometimes you just need a person that loves you enough to leave everything behind for you. And that's awesome. And I'm super happy for him. And you can see pictures, and he's in the Philippines having a fucking time of his life. And I'm super happy for him. He's a great guy, and he deserves the best, you know? That's cool. We had a lot in common. Surfing, we both got deported, like, we speak English and Spanish. He's actually the one that told me about working from home. Alright, number 5. Number 5 is gonna be prepared to start your life all over again. Your whole life will fall apart, and it's up to you to pick up the pieces. It's up to you to see what you want to do. Do you want to drown? Do you want to sink in this void of pettiness, loneliness, and sadness and depression? Or do you want to rise above like a phoenix? You know, you want to rise from the ashes I mean, that's my mentality. I still haven't accomplished it. I'm still not in any position where I can brag. It's a struggle. Being in Mexico is a struggle because if you can save money a lot faster in the States than here because you're already getting paid not that much. And everything pretty much goes towards the bills. This is why I don't want to live in TJ anymore, because I would just work to pay rent and I'm paying for everything by myself. It sucks. Like, I need a roommate or something, you know? Someone who helps me with the bills, because in Mexico it's just too much. Fuck, after my divorce, I had to start all over again. Mentally, I was just not mentally okay. I literally ended my life and broke my whole body in pieces. And I broke my pelvis in 2. I broke my femur in 3. My left foot was just torn apart, and there's nails and plates and everything. This hand broke. This hand broke. Everything broke. I don't know how in my life. I died twice in the hospital. And then I couldn't walk for 6 months. Like, I couldn't walk for 3 months, 4 months, but, you know, then I'm in crutches and stuff for 6 months. So that was a very humbling experience, where I had a boat at the time. I had bought a boat, a little sailboat, and, you know, you could do the sneak aboard situation, and I would just live in my boat, and I would pay $400 worth of rent monthly, and it was such a great experience. But when I broke my body, that's all. I had money saved, and that's what helped me, and then I sold the boat. But that was the greatest challenge I've ever had in my life, where I couldn't walk. Thank God I had savings from me working, but it was just one of those things that not even that shook me enough to believe in God. Like them saving my life and like picking me up from the freeway because there was a motorcycle crash. What happened here is that I was running out of money. I had $10,000 saved, and between bills, between food, it was 6 months that I didn't work. So I was only on my savings right at the end, right when I was about to lose all of my money, pay for the last month of rent. I had no money for food. My niece, EC, calls me out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, I want to come visit you in San Diego, this and that. I told her what was going on, and she's like, no problem, I'm there, I'll help you. She helped me. I was about to lose the boat. I was about to lose everything. I was about to be on the streets in a wheelchair. Like, you see homeless people in the wheelchair and shit, and you're like, they ended up like that because they're drug addicts. It's very true, but sometimes you need a little hand. And that time, she gave me a hand. She gave me some money. She saved my life, you know, and that is the time I started believing in something out there. There is something greater. It's not just, you're not alone. We're all born with this void inside of us that we can fill it in with cigarettes and weed and alcohol and meth and cocaine. But you can find that somewhere else. And I'm not saying church. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's surfing, and for example. But for a lot of people, it can be a lot of things. It could be a motorcycle. Could be painting. Could be dancing. Could be something where you express yourself, where you just throw yourself in an ice bathtub for 2 hours, you know, and you come up with like a dopamine, I don't know, a dopamine rush or a dopamine high. But just don't waste your energy in people who don't even help you with anything, you know? Again, people want to see you sink, but it's up to you. Like, I relapsed after 3 years, right? But this is me letting people get to me. This is me again letting my ego get the best of me. These people don't take care of me when I'm down. These people didn't pick me up from the freeway when I was broken. These people will not help me with my rehab when I need rehab. So do not pay attention to these people. Do not be making friends just to make friends. Be selective of your friends. Be selective of the people you talk to, because people will just use you for your money, for your car, for anything. Be mindful of your energy and just give energy to the people who deserve it. And it's noticeable, like the people that will help you for your future to become better, you know, you'll take care of them later. But if they don't help you now, slowly but surely get those people out of your life. All right, and number 7, last but not least, again, this is a two-part advice or tip or whatever the fuck, I don't know. So first of all, get a car. Not having a car anywhere is, you know, come on, you're an adult, get a car. But most importantly, in TJ, you need a car. Rainy season, you need a car. Kids, you need a car. Just, I don't even think that should be a tip. You just need a car. Save money for a car. Anywho, but seriously, the last tip is gonna be just have fun. Have fun sounds very counterproductive to this, but there is such thing as depression, suicide, drug addiction. You don't want any of that. So just have fun as much as you can. Have fun enjoying doing the things you do. Have fun finding out new things, meeting new people. But most importantly, just let go of the idea that you have any control over anything. You know, you don't. It's shit. Everything is shit. But you can sit here and think that everything is shit, or you can do something about it, you know? Relapsing after 3 years made me know that I feel better without drinking. Made me understand that I'm not gonna do the same mistake as I did before and lose my daughter, this time my son, or I lose my mind, you know? These people want you to lose your mind. There's people cheering for you to fail, and that is not gonna happen, you know? I finally have a vision of what I want to do. I want to stay in my job. I want to climb up in that job, earn more money, and depend, and just be there for myself. Be a friend to myself. I have not been a friend to myself. I hate myself in so many ways that I need to grow up and be there for my son. Just so we know that this day is getting a lot worse. You know, Mexico is gonna be charging me almost 2,000 pesos because I parked in a little bit of the red. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to get $100 just to get my car, just because it was barely touching the red.
El vehículo, o el artículo nos dice una fracción 15 que marca las líneas rojas. Si usted se hubiera parqueado bien, su vehículo estuviera bien estacionado. Pero como se estacionó mal y no está aquí la infracción, entonces el vehículo procede con la por la seguridad del mismo. ¿Sale? Hay que respetar las líneas porque no es por usted. ¿Sale? Ni esta ni esta. Okay.
Well, this is Mexico. Now they're gonna take my car, and now there's like way more parking here. It's not needed. It's like, it's not that busy. So today I turn a year here in Mexico, and this is what's going on right now. This is exactly what's happening. They're towing my car, and now that money was going for my rent. And that's gonna go to get the car out tomorrow in the morning. I have no one, so now I have to take Uber or Didi or whatever. That's just funny. I was gonna go surfing. To do the whole, I've been here 1 year, and now, so here's a bonus tip. Pay the parking, even if it's 200 pesos or 150 pesos, pay the parking, because now I'm gonna have to pay like 3,000 pesos, so it's not worth it. Just pay the parking. I mean, I was on the red. He didn't have to do that. He's an asshole still. But I just went to go check the waves and do this video. I literally just came to Rosarito to do this video and then like surf for a little bit and then go home. Just, you know, the last tip I gave you before this one was have fun with the things that you cannot control. This is what I mean. This is just what I mean. This is like not even planned out. This is fucking sucks. This is not even planned out. Now I'm gonna have to take the bus to Tijuana. ¿Y aquí es tu última parada entonces? Arre. Aquí nos bajamos. Ah, pues aquí me voy caminando, está cerquita. ¿Está cerquita ya? Sí, ya no me estás bien cerquita, está al final de la calle ya. No, pues muchas gracias, ya sea ahora mi camino para la siguiente. Oh, almost 2 hours later. We are by the house now. Nowhere near. We're by where the swap meet happened. Yeah, this is no fun. So that's a tip for next time. Rather pay the 100, the 150. You know, today I was tripping because it was 300 pesos for parking. So I was trying to save that money to get some food. And yeah, I'm gonna end up spending a lot more. I'm gonna stop at the store right now, get some fucking cerveza, and get fucking drunk because this day sucks. You know, one of the things that is really sad to me this year is that I had planned to take Ro to Disneyland for his 3rd birthday, but you know, with everything that happened, I couldn't take him to Disney this year. So that's just when reality hits, you know. Last year, I took him to Legoland. I paid for everything, and I was in a better position in life where I could spend more, where I had a better economy. And now I don't. And that's just how life is. You can have great things one day, the next day they just get taken away. Like my car right now, which was my fault. I did park in the red. But knowing that your net worth is worth less this year than last year hurts the ego, no matter what, you know. Knowing that you're not shit like a dad, like you can't provide like a person in the US. Now I'm almost home, but tomorrow I gotta wake up early. I gotta take the taxi again to Rosarito. I gotta pick that thing up by myself, pay whatever they're gonna charge me, and just try to have a good day tomorrow. But like I said, even in the States, people help each other with like a roommate. So I think that's what I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look for another place that's a little cheaper, 2 rooms, get a roommate, so somebody helps with the bills, you know, because it's fucking hard. It's becoming harder and harder. And I did all this spending on my son's papers for nothing. Like all these things I spent money on with him was just in vain because now I don't have him. So it's pointless to get him Mexican papers when he's not in Mexico. So it's funny how life is. As Carl Jung said, we all have a shadow. And like I said, I relapsed after 3 years because I am feeding my shadow at the moment to keep it healthy before I put it away again, because that's how cancer spreads. Depression, trust me. So we gotta feed the shadow, we gotta feed it a 12-pack, and it likes Corona, and we're gonna get fucked up because they suck. So we fucking sucked. They even fucking surfed.